Alright, we in on this set. We got Ice Climbers Ganon, Ratto, or what is it, NaCl?
Yeah, young NaCl.
Versus Yink. Okay, so first of all...
Ooh, that's a wobble. Hey, that's what I was trying to do in the group battle.
Okay, so tell me, like, what are the situations for Yink being able to break out of it, and like when can you?
It's extremely hard to break out. You have to break out before the first. I believe.
30%?
Don't quote me on it. I believe you have to break out before the second Popo pummel, and then I think it's, at that point it's just an infinite.
Right.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Like if you're at low percent, can you? Is there like a guaranteed breakout?
I'm not sure what it is because like like human ability quote unquote like varies a lot. Like Let's Ball's kind of notorious for being able to mash really fast.
Yeah, I see that.
So the generally spread number is 40. I think that's a little high, but I'm not actually sure. So I don't want to comment on it. I just know that there are points where like a human just can't mash fast enough, or like the GameCube controller just can't register enough inputs. But yeah, this matchup's really hard for Ice Climbers. Stuff like that, like Ganondorf's attacks do so much damage, which means they do a ton of shield stun, and so it's really hard for the Ice Climbers to act out of shield or to, get their shield drops on bad areas. So if Ganondorf can just kind of slide in with a big fat fair.
Yeah, it seems like a really good option against Ice Climbers. I mean, the only thing that I'd see is like a stray frame of Blizzard, just like kind of stopping you.
Dude.
All right, we got
Smash
facts. You learn something new every day. Only one thing. You can't learn more than one thing every day.
Only one thing a lot of the time.
We wasted that one thing on.
Wasted.
I really like the way that Yink controls center. Like a lot of people are just content to move around on platforms, which he is obviously content doing.
Yeah.
But against the Ice Climbers, like, because the recovery is just so bad, like it's real when they're cornered, like if you just don't approach them, because wave dashing, even though they have a really long wave dash, like you're still in 10 frames of landing lag every time you wave dash, so it's not the best like approach option. Like people say like they can approach from so far, but that doesn't make it a good approach.
It seems like Yink's like one step ahead of NaCl like at every moment. Like he's kind of like most of the onstage dares that he's going for are, they all look like greens.
Ooh, that was sick.
Yeah, that was pretty spicy. Yeah, I mean I really like the fact that you pointed out his stage control. Like his dash dancing is on point. He has usually has spacing on point. I would have expected the back air out of him. He was pretty consistent with those back airs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is doing a good job of like moving for sure. Like his movement is really paying off right now. Like, he's able to get where he wants. That's the thing that's so important about movement. It's just like being able to be where you want. Like extend punishes, be where you want, neutral, get out of combos and stuff. But I think something that he's doing really well is he's putting out a lot of hitboxes, but he's doing them at like different timings. Like if you'll watch, like sometimes he'll just go for a fast bear like that. Sometimes he'll go for a late bear, and that makes it harder for Ryan to guess when you can act out of the move, and it makes it a little bit harder to approach him. And it's already so hard for the Ice Climbers to approach into Ganon. Alright, that should be a wobble, but Wispy can mess with this sometimes.
Yeah, so the thing that I usually go for when I'm playing an opponent is that everyone has like a sort of cadence that they play at, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like you throw out like certain attacks at certain points. Like I think Fox is pretty notorious at doing this. Because Fox usually has you have those like the run in there, and then they usually follow it up with like a shine that comes exactly like a certain amount of like time after the dance. Just like stuff like that.
Yeah. As a Jigglypuff player, a big one is up throw up airs. Against Joe, I SDI'd like almost all of them. It saved me really hardcore. Joe played really solidly, and it was like it's a lot of just figuring that kind of stuff out. So. Yeah, figuring out your tempo, and like that's a mix-up in and of itself, is mixing up your timings. Like I'm pretty sure Kira had like a good video on it. Shoutouts to Kira. But that's that's definitely something that's important too. FT is gonna be tough.
The easiest one to see is like when Papa mixes up the trigger timings.
Yeah.
If you time your laser the same every time, it makes your laser so much worse.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I think it probably would have been more advisable just to use B there. You were close enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange that you decided to air dodge, but I mean, down smash covers ledge pretty well, right?
The what happens?
Down smash covers Ganondorf's recovery pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's tough. Recovering as Ganondorf is extremely difficult in general, and the Ice Climbers, when there's two of them especially, do have the tools. Yink, I don't know, I feel like he's just been running into the blizzards a lot.
That is the most, really? Okay, I guess...
What you have to do is like mash and then like accidentally elbow your opponent in the face.
Prime tactics. This is definitely the Ice Climbers.
That's a new tech.
Best matchup, or best stage of the matchup, I would say. But it's
the
still
wall,
not
one
easy.
player can
It's
just
definitely not.
immediately
It's
drop their
definitely not
controllers
easy.
and start having a fist fight. And then whoever wins the fist fight
Because
gets
without
out of the wall.
platforms, it's obviously helpful because Ganondorf or any character can't like camp them and stuff. But without platforms, you're also just gonna like be getting hit by like a lot of forward airs, a lot of back airs. Like Ganondorf, you do have to worry about the up air less, which is pretty good. And the hardest part about it though is the fact that this is like really. It's very difficult for them to contest Ganondorf's hitboxes because if he mixes up his timings, full hops, etc., he can cover so much space with them. And the Ice Climbers have such awful aerial mobility that it just makes it like a complete pain to get through a strong wall from a Ganondorf.
Yeah, I mean in general they just struggle against disjoints because wall space disjoints.
Yeah, like big hitboxes.
Yeah, are the hardest things to grab. That's why you see Fox players camp and spam back air. Because it's probably your best tool in the matchup, right?
Yeah, lots of shines and stuff too.
Yeah.
That was really good. I really like Ryan did a good job of doing blizzards. He would do like that's like something that it paid off, and I feel like Ryan could have adapted. Like he could have realized that Ryan was going for a lot of the blizzards when Yink was in like a pressure situation, like if he's like on the ledge or like trying to take back center, and that's what got him caught out a lot of the time, like just approaching into it. So trying to bait that out, I think would be really give a lot of mileage. I don't want him to do it with some moves. I don't want to like compromise the integrity of the match.
I mean, I feel like when I was playing, I was definitely hearing a lot of things that the commentators were saying.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything useful.
Yeah, I mean, there was one thing during my set. I was like, I think someone commentated on how much that I should be using down tilt more, and I kind of actually started using. The thing is, I didn't implement it as much as I should have, but I should have taken that advice a little more to heart.
Something that makes Ganondorf really strong against, or a lot of characters, but Ganondorf like is a big one. Like the Ice Climbers don't really have an answer to a lot of his aerials. Like if he just spaces them and times them like intelligently, because they can shield it, but they can't really act out of the shield. They definitely can't jump and contest it. You can kind of try to time it, but because Ganondorf's aerials do so much damage, they out-prioritize a lot of the Ice Climbers moves. But it's really tough because they can't like crouch cancel anything. So Ganondorf can kind of freely do stuff like F tilts and other things that quote unquote shouldn't be safe because Nana just like doesn't really crouch cancel.
Wait, that was really interesting. I mean, I don't mean to derail.
No, it's
like
totally cool.
where you had a really good point about Ganondorf's aerials. I just saw NaCl do something really interesting where he light shielded with one character and regular shielded with the other.
Yeah, that's definitely that's kind of like an Ice Climber standard. It's really helpful because a lot of times Nana gets or Nana, however you want to call it, gets shield poked a lot because she just sucks at like everything. But it kind of ensures that she doesn't get like hit because her DI is just so awful.
Yeah, it's as staple as that is. I haven't really paid too much attention to it. That is a stack it up, dude.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That's
That's definitely some Ganondorf Ice Climber stuff right there.
So what's the second worst stage?
Second worst stage for Ganondorf? It's hard to say. A lot of it's been on the Ice Climbers. A lot of them like Fountain of Dreams. I know because of the fact that the platforms go down and it's like quote unquote like
I think
FD
Stadium's
in a way.
right. Oh.
Yeah, Stadium's also really good for Ice Climbers just because it doesn't have the top platform. The transformations are not that bad. See, like just approaching into that is like so dangerous. Like Yink doesn't lose anything by not trying to take the center like off the bat. Like
I really like Ryan's face like, right now, like while he's walking.
yeah.
It's like so. It's like he goes like hyper focused. So.
I think more people should wobble with a smile.
You should have the most troll smile. No, it's like while you're doing it, you should sort of like you turn your head and start smiling.
I don't know about anyone in chat, but wobbling is really fun.
That's how you tilt. That's how you tilt the crap out of them. You memorize the timing so you don't have to like worry about it in your hands, and you start looking at your.
Yeah, it's just like tap, 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 tap. But Yeah, wobbling's really fun, honestly. Like, maybe I'm a villain for saying that, but I think it's pretty fun. And a lot of people say that wobbling is like free, but it's not easy if the ice climbers aren't synced up. Like, a lot of people will say like, oh, that should have been a wobble, or like, oh, that's a free wobble. Like, that was a hard one because Nana kept on dashing forward. So stuff like that, like, it's not easy, especially because if you try to go for the wobble and you miss it, they can escape a lot of the time because it takes Nana a little bit of time to get into position for the F tilts.
Yeah, it seems like to have them perfectly synced while grabbing them is actually very difficult, and all of the handoffs are quite a difficult position as well. I mean, I know the dash tech actually is a common one, dash tech to grab at lower percents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like it's usually at mid percent, because otherwise you can crouch. Like, well, Ganondorf not necessarily, because he doesn't really have anything fast out of a crouch cancel. Oh, that's free wobble, yeah. That was like a synchronized grab, so.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty standard. I mean, most standing grabs, if you get standing grab, you're
Yeah,
gonna
pretty much get it.
yeah, it's guaranteed. So
Yeah, that was a questionable time to do it.
yeah, he
might
really
have messed
this
up.
pretty early. That's pretty important.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good time. Another thing that's really hard about this matchup is like because of the fact that Nana, I believe, is 10 frames behind Popo. 6 frames? Okay, it's 1/10 of a second then. Yeah, it's 6 frames behind Popo. My bad. Yeah. And because of that, a lot of times, if Ganondorf like hits the shield and stuff, then Nana can still be in the shield stun and like kind of desync stuff unintentionally.
so you said 10 frames is the lag on the wave dash?
10 frames is from landing lag on a wave dash. I knew it was either 1/10 or 1/6 of a second, so it was either 6 or 10 frames. But yeah, I'm gonna trust Ryan on this for sure. Shout outs to Ryan.
Nana's really not cooperating. You saw it slide forward.
Ooh, that was a great nano.
Yeah, he
Manipul's really cool.
wow, he heard you even with your talking.
Yeah, that's okay. I guess can't really do much.
Yeah,
of that
can't
right
do
now,
much.
but oh, that's good back air. Good,
Nice back air, dude.
Ice climbers have a really most characters in the game have good back airs. Shoutouts to back air. Ice climbers, like, if you short out back air, I'm pretty sure it auto cancels. If Ryan can hear me, he can confirm or deny. But yeah, back air is Ice climbers not a bad. Ooh, that was
Shout out
such a
to
good air dodge.
DJ back air.
DJ back air. Oh, okay. Oh, that was a great tip.
That was like the most underwhelming of Timmons. That was like, but it was very
it was a love tap.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he's okay. He's kind of giving up stage control by going out of those platforms because it takes so long to get Nana to get down them.
Brian's trying so hard to cancel those back airs.
I feel like getting caught to the grass transformation is really bad for, in my opinion, for Ice Climbers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, yeah, it makes sense. As the platforms are so high,
Yeah.
it's tough. Ooh, that was really. That actually was not as risky, I don't think. Now that I think about it.
Okay, yeah, Ryan's back is right now up against the wall. Just gonna have to get past these strings of back airs.
Oh,
okay,
now
it's
this
gonna be a
Alright, now it's scary for the other character. And that's rough. Alright.
Yeah, that was relative. That was relative.
Yeah. The stuff like Wizard's Foot